TheSmartLocal.com.
Coffee break.
Yeah!
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Coffee Break, where we get the most random bunch of people to talk about issues in Singapore. Alright, here comes the beautiful surprise thing that will tell us what we're talking about today. Bam! Oh, it's a pencil box. Yes, guys, you know what you're talking about?
School-related stuff.
So we are talking about the news about abolishing streaming. First of all, let's talk about which schools we were from and what stream we were from.
I was from Unity Secondary School and I was in the normal academic stream.
Ultra was from the normal technical stream.
St. Joseph's Institution, I was in the Express stream.
Greenview Secondary School, I was in the normal acad stream.
Gunning Sing School, Express Stream.
So talk a little bit more about your experience specifically related to academics.
I feel for me it's fine. It was a very smooth experience for me. I didn't have any super stress moment or super down.
Same thing, actually no regrets. If I can choose between Express or normal acad, I would still choose normal acad because I feel like I needed that extra year in order to learn at a better pace that is suitable for me.
Actually, I think my father was a bit disappointed I was in Express.
Ah.
Because I wasn't special, but I mean, looking back, looking back, I think that Express was where I should have been because I was never smart enough, to be special lah.
Now, the special stream actually has been merged into the Express stream since 2008. Special stream was reserved for the top 10% of the cohort for that year.
They gave us vocational training as well, like motorcycle repair and hairstyling.
Oh.
What?
I believe it was just my school because I think they were trying to train us to have additional skill.
With this news about streaming being abolished and they're gonna replace it with this subject-based banding, from my understanding is that students will be able to take different subjects at different levels. Someone might be better at English language will take the G3, which is the highest level one, and then people who might not be as good can take the middle level or G1. I think from what I understand, it sounds a little bit like Mother Tongue Language B.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's like JC.
Yeah.
So instead of the teacher coming to your class, everybody just separates out and goes to the different classes.
Correct.
It sounded complicated to me.
Okay.
It seems like now rather than express class, normal acad class and normal tech class, right? You're putting all this into each subject, which to me is what is the difference? Now it's just you're just focusing on the subjects, but ultimately we are still streaming it. The students somehow.
It sounds like a rebranding.
Yes,
okay.
way of.
Okay.
But I thought that the best part about the new streaming is that it forces all the different levels to interact with each other. And racism happens when you don't know somebody of a different race and then you start assuming things about them. I think a lot of things about streaming is like that. Because you don't talk to anybody from that stream, you start saying bad things about them, I heard this person stole something, right? And that's terrible. So what this does is that it actually removes one barrier and helps people to understand each other better.
So the people I interact with are generally, I would say, theoretically, we are at the same level. When you are from Sec 2 to Sec 3, right, you have to decide your subjects, right, for O levels. And of course, the smartest one will all be 9 subjects, 10 subjects, and I will be 7, which is the average.
I did 6.
Oh, that's it! Maybe she shouldn't do maths. Okay, I see the purpose of removing streaming across the board in the sense that not everybody will be interested in different subjects. For example, I would have benefited from this because I would have taken a lower level math. I wouldn't have stressed myself out too much, and of course I would have taken a higher level English language or English lit, right? So I see there is benefit in terms of having a little bit more autonomy on choosing the subjects that you're particularly interested in.
Also, in this new thing, everybody will be allowed to choose their subjects, is it?
After PSLE, they will give you certain subjects based on your ability. And then as the time goes in your secondary school, you are able to kind of adjust it.
But I think the good thing for the government to even think of this and doing this, right, is that, as we mature, as we age, the importance of studying and the realization of what do we like, it comes to us as we age.
So the schedule for things, right? By 2020, which is next year, about 25 schools will pilot this project. Then in 2024, there will be no streaming across the board in all schools. And then by 2027, students will take a common national examination that is co-branded by Singapore. and Cambridge. So I think it's a slightly different thing. You'll take exams according to the different bands of your subjects. For example, if there's 3 levels for English language, you will take accordingly which level you are at. Alright? It's quite straightforward, I guess, in that sense. But yes, Chris said something. What did you say just now?
It's actually very hard to discriminate in the future based on people's academic standings. But the thing is that it was so institutionalized, you know, like it's so part of the entire structure that people think they're smarter than others and just insult based on their stream. And when this happens, right, they will have to recognize that somebody who might be G1 in English might be beating them in another subject, like G3 in like math.
Yeah. I guess the next question moving forward is about how these grades, when you take the different exams, will affect you in getting to post-secondary education.
Yeah, I think that's a challenge that they are still trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Let's say it's poly, a science course.
Yeah.
So maybe they will focus more on your science subject grade and then banding. That's how I think they might
It's
do it.
kind of like how you enter university in that sense from JC, I would say. At least I think for some class, they do look at the overall grade, but if you do better in some subjects, it's easier for you to like get into a certain course. I don't think we can come to a conclusion because we still don't know how this is going to work out, whether there's going to be a new like L1, R5 or whatever shit, or whatever thing.
Yes.
Why you like damn shook? You
Suddenly,
got bad memories.
I'm very certain they have something in the works, so it's just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
one step at a time.
Just they haven't
That's true,
figured
that's
out.
true, that's
Yeah,
true.
figured it out.
Maybe they're just getting like the initial feeling.
Yeah. How are classmates going to work together, help each other, and study together after school? Because I studied with my classmates after school in the past.
Right.
But if now let's say you are taking a level that's higher than me, then I will not understand.
But-
You can help them.
But
what?
Yeah,
That's
actually
what
that's a
help each other
positive thing though.
But like I might not understand.
Sometimes I feel like it's easier to learn from a friend. So like
I agree with that.
So like okay, let's just say that you are taking a higher like math for example, and I'm taking something a bit lower. So okay, I might not understand. You can help me. I'll be more open to sort of like listening to you than to someone else.
That's actually really true. I think
It's the start of a love story.
actually there's a lot of layers to it that I didn't realize upon reading up on it, because there's a lot of intricacies in this change in policy that will affect the ground, which I think personally is very complicated and we cannot foresee it immediately. The thing is, right, we all came from different educational backgrounds, so we all end up in the same place. Let's be honest here, right?
Yes.
Who the cares, really? Because we're all here sitting on this bloody table. Still the same thing. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's about what you want to do in the future and how well you excel in it. And I mean, regardless of where we all end up, we're all doing something here in the same company. Any advice for the kids out there watching this?
Don't let your grades define you. Do what you love doing. Continue what you love doing, and don't let people put you down.
Nice, that's good advice. What about you, Chris?
Don't think other people stupid based on their classes lah. There are a lot of things that they can teach me now that honestly I would never know.
Alright, in other words, you do you. Okay, anyway, that's it for this episode of Coffee Break. If there's anything else you would like us to talk about, leave them in the comments below. As always, you can like, share, and subscribe and watch our other episodes right there. Bye!